Hey guys, Van Dyke here. So regarding to the triads lesson, a lot of you ask me how can we create chords which the first note is not based on C, D, and they mainly have sharps or flats on the first note, the root. So it's basically the same thing, but since I agreed there might be some confusions, I'm gonna make this short video for you. I'm not gonna make it so long. So let's get to it very quickly. So before everything, you might probably know, but you'll see why I'm mentioning it. So when we have a sharp, we are actually highering up the note for one semitone. And when we have a flat, we're actually lowering the note for one semitone. Now, based on that, let's say I want to create a chord which start from C sharp. So I'm gonna just do a major as an example because they're all the same and I don't want to make this a long video. So let's say I want to have C sharp major chord. So now my first note, my root, my first degree is now C sharp. So what can we do? How can we find third and fifth? So there are three ways you can do that. First is counting the notes just like before. So you have C sharp, D sharp, and E sharp. So your third is E sharp. And then we have E sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. So your fifth is G sharp. Now, we have a problem here. We don't have E sharp in music. I mean, if you look at the piano keys or guitar or whatever, you never see E sharp. So what should we do with it? As I said here, when you put a sharp in front of a note, that means you're highering it up for one semitone or a half step. So this E sharp, it's actually F, since we don't have an E sharp again. But remember, when you're calculating it from the very beginning, you cannot say C sharp, E sharp. Well, we don't have E sharp, then we put F, and then you do the fifth. You can't do that because if you put F here from the very beginning, instead of G sharp, you go F, G, and A. So your fifth would be A instead of G sharp, which is not what we're looking for. So when you're calculating, when you're counting the notes, you say E sharp, and then you get to G sharp from this, and then you put F instead of it. So this is one way. The other way is using the intervals instead of counting the notes. I mean, counting the intervals instead of the notes. So from the last video, we know that this interval for a major chord should be 2 full steps, and between our third and fifth should be 1.5 full steps. Now let's count. So we have C sharp to D sharp, which is 1 full step. We have D sharp to E and E to F. So D sharp to E is 1 semitone, E to F is another semitone, which gives us a full step. So again, we got to F, and we did not encounter with something called E sharp. And then same thing for getting to G sharp. We have F to G, which is 1, and then G to G sharp, which gives us the 5th degree. So this is the second way you can do it. The third way, which I really rather to do it myself, and it's super fast, is create C major, which is C, E, and G. We know it. And then shift all of them 1 semitone up. So C would become C sharp, E would become E sharp again. So you have it here in the third way. Then G becomes G sharp, and you put F there. So there you have it, 3 ways. I'm not gonna do it for the flats because they're exactly the same, and it works for all the chords. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more theory and practical stuff from Van Dyke. Rock on.